In this exercise, binary search MC1, we need to look at chapter 13 material. We are given the following sorted array of integers, and we're asked what indexes are examined in a search for each value and what value is returned. A sequential search goes through the entire array of values until it hits its target value. Once it hits its target value, it'll return the index at that value. That's what sequential is. It's looking at these in sequence from each other. If our value is not in our array, it'll return -1. So when we look at our possible answers here, if we hit the 9th index in a sequential search for 27, our first 27 value appears at 9, so it will return the 9th index. So if we click submit, we can see that we got a pass here. If we look at this code, on our 13th index we have 87, so that wouldn't return 9. If we look at our code for here, it would also not return 27, and same thing for this last one. It doesn't start at 13. It doesn't go like this. It goes in this sequential order from left to right. In a binary search for 27, what we do is we are going to take our min value and our max value and find the middle value. Once we find the middle value, we're going to see if this middle value is the same as the value we're searching for, and if it is, we're returning that. If it's not, we are going to see if our value is greater than our middle or if it's less than our middle. If it's greater than our middle, we're only going to examine these numbers, and if it's less than our middle, we're only going to examine these numbers. We're going to create a new max at our previous mid value -1, and our minimum value is going to be the same, and we are going to have a new middle value be in between that and search in this area. Otherwise, if it's greater than the mid value, we're going to do the same but in this area. So if we search for 27, we are going to examine these two as our minimum and our max value. We're going to find the middle of it, which appears to be 23. We see that 27 is greater than this. So now we have to look in this area, this right side right here. But we have to mark down which one we examined first. We first examined a 6. So that means it cannot be E, since we did not examine 7 first. Now we are going to, and if there is an odd value, what we're going to do is add our minimum and maximum indexes. So here would be 13, and we divide it by 2. But since it's storing it as an integer, we have to round our odd value down. So it's going to be 12 divided by 2, which yields 6, which is why this is our middle value. Our new minimum value is going to be 27. Our maximum value is going to be 87. The middle of these two is going to be 10. So we need to look at index 10. What this means is that since we are looking at our index 10, it can only be A. It can't be B since it looks at index 9, or C, or D. And if we keep going, we can see that if 8 is our middle, or what was it? Yeah, 8 is our middle, or 8 is our minimum, 10 is our middle, and 13 is our max. The value of 27 is less than the value at 10. So these values on the right are just, we're going to get rid of them, and we're only going to look at these values. And we're going to do this one more time, and we're going to see that our middle value is 9, which is 27, and we're just returning 9.